This podcast contains strong language and adult themes from the outset. Right at the top of the show, I've got a shout out.
Okay, yes, we love those.
I went to a friend's 40th. My friend Ellis was 40. He's actually 40 on Tuesday, but it was his party on Saturday night. And Leanne listens to Finding the Funny every single week. She's not
Who is
missed
Leanne?
an episode.
A friend of Ellis?
A friend of Ellis.
Okay.
And she has not missed an episode. So Leanne, we're so grateful you're here. Thank you for sticking with us. You are fantastic.
You are top of the class.
Top of the class.
Top of the class. Shout out to Leanne. Right now, Pat, you've got a question, Okay, give me a question.
Right, this is quite a niche question.
Oh, right, okay.
Where the hell are my disposable cameras from my 40th? So Ange did this lovely thing on my 40th, which, just to put it in perspective, was in May. May, beginning of May.
Yeah.
And she put disposable cameras on the table at my birthday meal so people could take pictures. I've not seen a single fucking picture.
No. So, they are developed because it took them to get them developed.
Right.
I haven't yet picked them up.
Oh my God, did you put them in to be developed?
Well, I didn't put them in that long ago. You see, the problem is, right, I got the disposable cameras from a little camera place in my local Asda.
Right.
Which is not too far from me at all, but it's not somewhere I regularly go. So I kind of have to sort of fit it in or sort of think, oh, I'm going that way. So I've obviously taken them with me at some point to drop them in and then haven't been back over to pick them up.
Well, look, I'll look forward to getting them in 2025.
Yes, yeah. I mean, just, bear with, Pat.
I'll look back on those pictures and go, bloody hell, I'm not mates with them anymore.
Maybe I'll give them to you for your 41st.
Oh,
that would be sort of a little reminder of your 40th.
Well, I mean, I'll stand by for it for my 48th or my 50th. I'll get them for my 50th. Also, of course you're going to do that, because are you still, this is the other question I was thinking about, which I almost asked you, was, are you still in the realm of you're going to make your Christmas presents this year?
Well,
no. I said this was happening. I said September she'll be all gung-ho. She's going to make this, she's going to make that, she's going to make candles, she's going to buy a candle set, she's going to make clothes, she's going to make a pinboard for somebody, she's going to get pictures and cut them out and all of that stuff. Now we're literally hurtling towards the 1st of November. She's like, oh shit. No, I'm just going to go
make in a matter of weeks.
I'm just going to go Consumerville and buy the shit out of everything on ASOS last minute.
Yeah, I mean, I had good intentions. The intentions were good. And actually, I'm still not ruling it out. So,
rule it out. Can you
stand by your
out?
beds? Stand by your beds. Get ready.
Can you rule it out, please?
I might even try and do a bit of knitting. Something like that.
You won't be able to knit in the next, 6 weeks. No way.
I can,
bloody
I'm quite a good knitter. I mean, just basics, nothing too flash. I couldn't be knitting a tank top or anything. We have got a good new amount of listeners that have come over, Pats, haven't they?
Listen.
Listen. We
have been blown away at Finding the Funny at just how well last week's episode did.
Oh my Lord.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So if you're new here, thanks so much. We really hope you'll stick around. Definitely stick around for this episode, because if you came 2 weeks ago, you will not be disappointed at what's coming a little bit later on in the show.
But welcome to all who have stumbled across us off the back of the wonderful Mr. D Woods. We are very, very grateful that you're here, and we hope that you stick around and you enjoy it.
We actually had an email from somebody that found us via Rossi.
Yes, we did.
And it came from Louise, and she says, hey ladies, I found your podcast via Rossi D Woods, who I follow on TikTok. I'm a Bucks girl, which is where Ange and I grew up, living in Australia for the last 30 and a bit years. I fucking love ya.
I fucking love ya.
Not that I'm homesick for the UK, but listening to you is my childhood and family humour. I've got my close Aussie girlfriends listening, and I rave to whoever I think will get it. We agree it's us on Friday cheese and wine night, talking shit
on
and laughing.
Friday cheese and wine.
Let me do that bit again.
We agree it's us on a Friday cheese.
That's what it said.
We agree it's us on a Friday cheese.
I've gone Mal. Has anybody seen that video where our mum jumps out on our dad on the Late Late Show? Dad goes really high pitched. That was me just then. That video is hilarious. Oh my God! If you haven't watched it, go to the Late Late Show and watch Dad doing the Friday night fright or
Scary,
something.
terror
Scary walk at Universal or something. And our mum jumps out on him, and he was saying to me, just quickly off topic slightly, he was saying to me last night that before he went round, they were told you're not allowed to touch any of the characters because people have got so jumpy in there, they've actually punched some of the characters because they've been so scared. And then that's it, you're like banned for life. So the guy was like, look, when you go round, you really can't, you just got to like try and keep your hands to yourself. So when Mum came out and tried to hug him, he was like, I can't do this. And then he starts, and the funniest bit is he starts going, oh my God, it's you. It's so funny.
I have never heard Dad with
Go
that
so
high. No,
Yeah.
ever.
Right, I'm going to start this email again. I've got my close Aussie girlfriends listening, and I rave to whoever I think will get it. We agree it is us. A Friday cheese and wine night, talking shit and laughing. So real, so funny, so true. Your body positivity and thoughts have been a bonus in all the funny. I've battled all my life, and finally at 56, you've given me a different spin on a body that I've hated. Now I'm beginning to try and love it. I wish all women could hear your thoughts and begin to change the narrative. You are bloody gems. The NHS and education system in the UK should listen to you. Thank you, Louise.
What an email. Honestly,
so lovely.
So and I think it's so easy to, or I almost forget that people do listen. I do, because
same.
You know, we come on here of a Monday morning, we have our chat, we have a bit of a laugh, and then it goes out there, and you have no idea who listens to it, what they find funny, what they find shit, what, you know, the stuff they, and it's just. When you get emails like that, and we, you know, we get emails and messages from lots of people who very kindly say a very similar thing, but you just, it really sinks in. Like, people do get it. People do kind of enjoy what we talk about, and it has, you know, hopefully a really positive effect on lots of people, as it has done on Louise. But I really do forget that a lot of the time. So thank you, Louise, for taking the time to send us that email, because it really does mean a huge amount to us.
It does.
So thank you.
Angie.
Yes, Patois.
Now, as a result of our ever-growing success on Finding the Funny.
Yes.
Having gone global, Canada has come in with a big one.
Yeah.
We are ecstatic to welcome back the one and only Mr. Rossi D Woods.
Rossi D Woods.
I'm back. I'm thirsty for more. I mean,
back bitches.
Do you know, I'm back, and this seat's not even cooled down from last time.
No, it's still hot.
Still hot.
It's still hot.
Yeah, that's how we like it though, Rossi. We don't want anything to cool. We like the hotness.
We've got to keep it hot.
Some people do like it hot, especially this time of year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, Rossi, we've been chatting on the old Instagram, you and I. We've had a lot of voice notes back and forth. We've kept the vibe going. Not so much Ange, because what you'll learn about Finding the Funny is that I am the organ grinder and Ange is very much the monkey.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's a great place to be. It's a great place to be, Ange.
Yeah, I'm okay with being the monkey. I don't need no, you know, big dick shit. I am just happy to jump
I wish I did.
and have a ride. You know, that's me. That's your Angie.
Yeah.
Just slip right in there.
Yeah, I do. Exactly,
I can be the sandwich filler in between, if you like.
Oh,
that's who doesn't love a sandwich?
Who doesn't love a bit of coronation chicken?
Oh.
Now, if you have a coronation chicken, do you have raisins in it?
Do you know what? Raisins are the devil's work. They can fuck right off, if you ask me.
See, I like a raisin.
I thought Angie would
in
like
that
a
sort
raisin.
of vibe. I like a raisin, but it's got to be plump. I can't be doing any dry shit.
Did you know what? I saw something on the internet. People have been pumping up raisins with bike pumps, and they turn back into grapes.
That
Honestly, I don't know. Listen, I don't know if it's a myth. I do not know. I was going to try it last night, but I couldn't find a bike pump. And that was at 10 o'clock last night. I thought, I need a fucking bike pump. I nearly went down to Halfords and broke through their fucking front doors.
I love a plump raisin, though. I do love a plump raisin. I do.
Well, I'm not a fan of raisins.
This week, we've got a new segment, which we hope, I think Angie hopes it remains a staple.
I mean, I'm still to be, I'm still sort of on the fence.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm not really kidding.
And
she doesn't like it.
No, she's bringing her Simon Cowell vibes this morning.
I really didn't. I jeffing love it.
Yeah.
And I love the whole segment that we've come up with.
Yeah.
I was even actually this morning trying to think of a little ditty.
Yeah, and listen, you are very good at your jingles, but just remember the deep breath before you start. Because I think we nearly lost you last time, and we don't want that. Not on a Monday morning.
Yeah.
No, we don't need that.
Definitely not. No.
So this segment is going to be exclusively led and run by Rossi. Mm-hmm. We hope he becomes a regular, and he is going to come on and tell us what he has been heavily into in the past 7 days. So, Rossi, tell us, what have you been heavily into?
Do you know what? There are weights on my shoulders, but I shall tell you, I've got a few things that I've been heavily into in the last 7 days.
Nice.
You've caught me on an off. You've caught me on an off day because the clocks went back yesterday an hour. I could have done with them going back a couple of years when I had less wrinkles. I look like a fucking Shar-Pei at the moment, but we'll have to go with it. Anyway, I've got heavily into knitted tank tops. I'm heavily into a knitted tank, and I've been checking. Do you know what I've been doing? I've been looking at websites at celebrities that wore tank tops. So Tom Daley comes up. What a physique he's got. He's in his knitted tank top.
He loves a tank.
I'm thinking that's what I'm going to look like. And then Harry Styles comes up, and I think, do you know what?
He was my first thought.
Harry, so he's got all the tank tops. So I've gone through ASOS like a bad dose of the shits, looking for tank tops, and I've exhausted these tank tops. Anyway, they've arrived in the post, and I thought Tom Daley vibes. Harry Styles vibes, I've gone into my full-length mirror upstairs. I look like a fucking teapot with a tea cosy on. It's not fucking works. There, I've said it. Jesus Christ. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I was young, hip and trendy. I look like a fucking tea cosy.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's so annoying, though, isn't it, when that happens? Because you think, I like the tank tops. I like the knit vibes.
Yeah.
I think I could pull it off. And I pull off a lot of things.
Yeah, you do actually. Yeah,
and I've got to be careful now. I'm 39, but I do.
Yeah, you can't be pulling off the same things you did in your 20s.
Certainly not with these wrists.
Do you know what though? I think there will definitely be people out there that have heavily got into a quiff since you've come along. Yeah. And exactly the same thing will have happened to them. They'll be thinking, Rossi can pull it off. Yeah. I'm going to go to the mirror. I'm going to hair dry my hair upside down. I'm going to spray the fucking shit out of it.
Going to spritz.
And they look in the mirror and they think, I can't pull it off.
Shit, I'm not Rossi D Woods.
I am not the D Woods.
No,
I'm not the D Woods.
I'm not the D Woods.
No.
I can't get the height, the projectile. No. Listen, I mean, and it's all about twisting your head upside down. Listen.
Listen, please.
Listen. So, I actually think Rossi did a listen before me.
I did. Do you know what? I have done it quite a few times this week. And I'm embarrassed.
Quite a couple of times.
I'm embarrassed. Quite a couple of times.
Yes, so you should be. Quite a couple of times. And you should be, to be perfectly honest with you, Rossi D Woods. We don't need another listener. We've got plenty.
No, we need all the listeners we can get.
No, I mean someone who keeps saying it, not a listener.
I don't need another fucking stupid catchphrase. And I've got one.
No, you don't. Actually, that is true.
Exactly.
That
Rossi
is true.
D Woods.
Yeah.
Ange, have you thought of anything yourself that you've been heavily into this week?
Heavily into? Well, I mean, my sort of thing that I've been heavily into probably for the last
Halloween. Yeah. Oh, we've got a phone off the hook.
Oh, who's that? I've just hung up. Do you know what? Absolutely not. We're not having that through a podcast. Just hang on.
Alex has just put in the chat live callers. We've got a live caller.
Yeah, hang on.
Someone's calling in about the tank tops.
It feels like fucking going live. Hang on.
And again, they're back. They're not giving up.
He's taking it off the hook.
Taking it off the hook.
He's taking it
off the hook.
Caller on line 1. How can I? No. We're not having any of that today. That's
what I was
type
going
of
to
day
say
it is.
before I was rudely interrupted by caller number one.
Yes.
Was the thing that I've been heavily into, as
Long-time
probably
listener.
a lot of people will be aware of,
Yeah.
is the slow cooker.
Oh yeah, you've
Oh,
been
you can pretend.
absolutely loving it.
Do you know what? I just love the thing of going, I can shove it all in.
Shoving your
Shove
meat
it
in.
all in. Shove your meat in, your onions, your spices, your
Oh.
tomatoes, your coconut milks, whatever it is you're doing, you chuck it all in.
Yeah.
You chuck it on to low, medium, high, depending what sort of thing you're doing, what sort
Depends
of
how long you're going to be out, yeah.
Exactly,
basically.
yes. Chuck your lid on, bosh. Just
Bob's your
love that.
uncle.
Fanny is your aunt.
Fanny is your aunt.
Yeah.
Fanny is a
Slow
massive
cookers.
What a great
I
name.
love them.
Yeah, slow cookers.
Also, there's a craze about air fryers. And do
Mm.
you know what? I'm trying to get I want a twin air fryer. Do you know where you get a double drawer?
Yes,
So you can,
that's what
you
I
can
want,
whack your
Rossi
meat in
D.
one side and whack your chips in the other.
You want
Do
a
know
double
what I mean?
ender. You want a
I'm
double ender.
I want a double ender. And I
I
don't
want a
it
double
to be...
intruder. That's what I want, a double
Jesus
intruder.
Christ.
Yeah.
I hope you've got a good security system for that.
Yep, I actually have.
He wants a double intruder.
I love a double intruder,
Thank you.
and I am with you on that, Rossi D Woods, because I have been looking at air fryers as well.
Yeah, me too.
You can't get them for
You
jeffing
can't
love
get
nor
them
money.
for love and money.
No.
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 It's
It's been
I
good.
might-
crazy.
It's because the guy, what's his name? Martin Lewis did a whole thing, didn't he? Where they're
Martin
better
Lewis.
better
Sir
than
Martin.
using the
Is
oven.
it Sir Martin?
Sir
Lewis? I don't
Martin
know. Or is it
should be.
King? What's he been knighted to?
Yeah, no,
Jesus.
he's
Yeah.
Sir
He's all
now.
over the shop.
Yeah,
He's
is
everywhere.
everywhere, isn't he?
He's everywhere.
He's
Do you know
everywhere.
what though? I can't find a filler. I might need to go on the black market to get them. Do you know the dark web or whatever they call
dark
it?
web.
The dark
I
web.
daren't go on it because I don't know where I would find.
Well, you'll end up with a double intruder. You'll
Yeah.
not end up with
I'll
an
then
air.
end up with a double intruder, which won't take 15 minutes to do fish fingers. I don't know what
No.
it'll be doing.
It'll be doing 15 minutes of something else. for
It'll be
all I
doing
know.
50 to something else. I'll be walking like John Wayne by the end of it. Absolutely fucking well not. There.
Well, I've been heavily into, only in the last 24 hours,
Oh, right.
locking and unlocking my car via my phone.
Oh.
I beg your pardon. She's so middle class.
That is such a dickish thing.
That's
That
what
is,
I
you've become a massive
I
prick.
bet she's got
That's
a
why I
fucking
said it.
DeLonghi.
Yeah, she has.
I haven't
She's
got a DeLonghi.
She has got a
I've got a Tassimo. That's not middle
What's
class.
the no?
Tassimo.
What's your fizzer? Your water fizzer? What's that
Oh,
thing?
Oh yeah, I've
They're
got a
called,
sparkling water maker.
Soda Stream. Are they called Soda
It's
Well,
not
no, it's
Soda
not a
Stream. It's like an adult one.
It's a flashy one, Rossi D
An
Woods.
adult
flashy
Soda
one, yeah.
Stream.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
Yeah.
I'll have to Google
well-
it.
Yeah, I've so much so when I did this yesterday, I thought Angie's going to find this hilarious when I tell her on the podcast.
Yeah, go on.
Right, my keys to my car were in my pocket. I could have easily unlocked my car after going into Tesco with my key. No, I ruffled around in my bag, in the depths of my bag, to find my phone to unlock my car with my phone.
Jesus Christ.
Right. This is
What's
this
the world
is where
come into?
Yeah, it has. Techno is going too far now. What you
Technology.
need to unlock it with your phone, you've got a key.
Well, that's just.
I
I just
I'm
found
done
that
with
funny,
this
and as
now.
I was doing it, I thought Angie's going to rip the piss out. Angie
Yeah.
would rip the piss out of me for this.
Well,
if
do
I
she
you know
bloody
wasn't.
what?
would.
I
Yeah.
think it's sheer laziness and showing off and showboating.
Yes.
That's what it's doing.
Show-
Showboating in a
yes,
Tesco car
showboating.
park. There's no
Yeah.
need for it.
No
No.
need. There is
not-
no need.
And there's some poor old Vera trying to get into her car with her old keys.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think you should be showing off next to her. To be
No,
quite-
exactly.
to be
Exactly
quite
that.
honest.
Yeah. Poor Vera.
Vera.
Actually, do you know what? I quite like the idea of going back to just a key.
Do you?
Do
Yeah,
you?
I do. Yeah, just a key, one key that unlocks my door, that I shove in the ignition, I turn it. You know, all this shit now, pressing buttons and all that shit.
It's
I
not a
just
fucking
can't-
spaceship.
Exactly.
Well,
just
Ange and Ian have got a Tesla, so they have got a spaceship, basically.
Oh, now
Yeah,
hang
but it
on.
pisses me off, Rossi D Woods. It's too
And you've got to stop
Hang
calling
on.
him Rossi D Woods.
You
no,
can.
I will not.
Do you know what? I quite like it.
Yes,
You like
No,
the
you
full
I
can.
like
name.
it.
You like-
I will not ever call him anything else. It's Rossi D
So,
Woods. That's it.
Please, now, Elon Musk, you're pissing me off with your cars.
Oh,
Yeah.
honestly, Rossi D Woods. It is so techno. It is a joke. It's honestly everything just beeps at you, and you have to have a card to open it, and it's just No, just give me a key.
And you're
and
right.
I'm fine.
I've driven a Tesla, and it's like a fucking giant iPad. I
Yes.
don't know whether
That
to
is
stream
it.
something or fucking drive. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm totally with you, Rossi D Woods.
Shove your Tesla
pleased.
up your arse, mate. There,
Yeah,
I've said it.
shove it
And
up
take
your
your
fucking
kitchen
arse.
sink with you, or whatever.
Hey,
you
listen,
do to
Elon's in the
Yeah.
news, isn't he? Because what about him now buying Twitter?
He walked into the Twitter main headquarters with a kitchen sink and said, "Let that sink in."
Yes, I heard that as well.
He did.
Yeah.
The videos are rife.
Yeah.
I mean,
The videos are right.
the videos are
Oh,
rife across the
right.
interweb.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
The guy's got a cheek going in
Yeah,
with a
he
fucking
has,
kitchen
actually.
sink. Why would you do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
He said,
Yes.
though, he's also said, hasn't he, he's going to let Trump back on?
I mean,
Well, there you go.
prick. I mean, a couple of them are a couple of pricks, aren't
Pricks.
they? Yeah.
Couple
That's
of
all I got to
couple
say.
of pricky
that-
pricks.
Yeah.
He is saying that he
Very wealthy
will-
pricky pricks.
Very wealthy,
Mm.
very wealthy pricky pricks.
But that's partly why they're pricks, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
I think if you're really wealthy, you've got to have a bit of prickishness about you.
No, you see, I'm the opposite, Rossi D Woods. Not that I've actually got any money at all, but if I did have shitloads of money, I would like to think I would be the least prick you would ever come across.
The least prickish. Well, I tell you what. But do you see, if you get to that amount of money, like Mr. Elon Musk has, there has to be a certain je ne sais quoi about you, I think. Maybe a slight bit of prickiness, but...
No, I think this is what's wrong with the world, Rossi D Woods.
Yeah, go on.
And you've got to stop this Rossi D Woods thing is now getting really annoying. You've got to pack it in.
Do you
Maybe
know
I'll
what?
just call you Woods.
Well, you call me anything you like, babes. You
There
know
you
I
go.
can.
Oh, there you go.
Woody.
Call
I'm
me
going to call you Woody.
That's his
Woody.
son's name.
That's my little son's name.
Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah.
But my son isn't called Woody Woods. It's
No.
not
No.
like Woody the Woodpecker, for fuck's sake.
No,
I've
no.
got a different surname. That's kind of my little, dare I
Is
say
this?
it,
It's like
stagey
is
name.
Rossi? Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Stage.
Rossi D Woods is your stage name.
Well, I had to do a different name because I had a proper job, right, in
Yeah.
lockdown, and I was
Yeah.
really slagging off going to work. So I thought, if they see this, I'll be on my arse. So I changed my name, but I've only changed the surname. I'm not that bright. So there you go.
Well, listen, that's what we've been heavily into. Rossi, thank you so much for coming on
Thanks,
again.
guys.
We'll be back
You are a
next
bloody
week
star.
with Rossi. Thanks for coming on. Thanks
Yeah.
for being here. Get thinking
Also,
about
I
what you're
think-
heavily into.
Yeah, that's
Go
what I
on.
was going to say, Pat. I think we need to make sure that we're saying to people, right, what
What
are
are
you
you
heavily
heavily
into?
into?
Messaging in.
You know, you've got to look
are
at
you
this.
How it
heavily
goes. Yeah,
into?
definitely.
And I
Rossi's
will come up
gonna-
with a little jingle.
Ange's
next
going to
week.
write a jingle in the next week.
Yeah.
Rossi's going to think what he's heavily into. I'll think about it. Listeners, there's loads of ways you can get in touch with us. The best way to get in touch with us is to send us an email, actually, which is findingthefunny@gmail.com. And we would all love to hear what it is you have been heavily into. Angie,
Patois.
can I talk to you about Skin and Me?
Absolutely, yes, you can.
This is the most accessible, fast track to simply great skin.
Amazing.
Skin and Me offer powerful active ingredients you cannot buy over the counter. It's a treatment for your specific skin concerns, from acne to signs of aging and more. It's a solution that's tailored to you. It evolves with your skin, and you know what, Ange? It actually works.
Well, I am very interested in this, Pats, because,
Yes.
as you know, I'm not that great with my skin. Well, I'm actually
No.
not at all, am I?
no.
And this really appeals to me because it's all just in one thing, isn't it?
One tube. And the great thing about the tube is you click it up and it gives you the exact amount of product that you need. So none of this, how much do I need? Am I
Yeah.
putting too much on? Am I not putting?
Mm.
And you have your name on it.
That, I mean, that means then no one else can use
Can
it in my
touch it.
household.
Yeah.
Because it's got my name on it. It's got Angie on it.
All of the products are sustainable, vegan, and cruelty-free.
Yeah.
It's a personalised blend of active ingredients that deliver great results.
Do you have to carry out some sort of questionnaire for them to find out what you need for your skin?
Yes,
Is
so
that
it's
sort
a,
of how
it's
it works?
It's a personalised skin package, which is done by a dermatology team. So it's all people that know about skin. It's not
Brilliant.
some guy in his basement thinking, "Oh, put a bit of that in and a bit of that in."
Mm.
They're all dermatologists. They are all, like I said, all clean, all vegan, all cruelty-free, and they basically tailor it to your skin type. But the really great thing about it is it evolves over time.
Yeah.
So if you've got skin goals like I want to reduce dark circles, or I want to reduce acne or
wrinkles or fine lines, all that stuff. Yeah.
You can basically, they'll tailor it to what it is your skin concern is. And then it comes in a lovely little handy tube with Skin and Me and your name on it, and you twist it up and it gives you the perfect amount of product. I've heard only amazing things about this brand.
Well, do you know what? I'm thinking I'm going to have to go for it. And because of this, you can get your first month for just £3.50 with the code FUNNY. Now, this is normally $24.99 per month. So you're getting a great deal there.
Great saving.
And now you can complete your routine. Just opt into the free trial of Skin and Me's cleanser and moisturizer, which is obviously subject to dermatological assessment. Please, I managed to say that. But yeah, I mean, that for me, it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. £3.50 instead of $24.99. Yeah. Remember, you just go to Skin and Me and you use the code FUNNY.
We've got a dilemma in. Obviously, we always keep dilemmas completely anonymous.
We do.
Which is what we've done here. And so the dilemma says, "Hi, Patty and Ange. My older brother has recently got back from travelling around Europe. He decided at the end of last year that he wanted to quit his job and end his 5-year relationship to take himself backpacking. His ex was such a great guy, and it was a shock to all of us when my brother ended it. Anyway, while he was away, he met a new man who he began a relationship with. They spent most of their travelling time together, and when my brother returned home, he was totally loved up. Last weekend, he told my 2 sisters and I that they are planning their wedding, and he will be marrying him March next year, as he knows he is the one. None of us girls like him, and we know that it won't last. I am convinced my brother is having a bit of a midlife crisis, and I am so worried. Should I talk to him about it, or leave him to figure it out? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks." That is a tough one.
What would you do if this was me? I'd quit my job, ended a long-term relationship I'd been in with somebody that you really liked, came back, sat you and James down and said, this guy is the one for me. It sounds like his family, or at least his sisters, absolutely loved this
the other guy
that he had. So
yeah.
Like, I suppose it's such a whirlwind, isn't it? It's like he's quit his job, he's gone travelling, he's ended a relationship that you thought was pretty solid. So I've ended my job, I've walked out, I've said I've got enough money, screw this.
Yeah.
I've phoned you up, I've said, I've ended with so and so. I don't want to be with him anymore. It's not for me. I'm going travelling. I'll be back whenever, like I'm going away for 6 months or whatever. I then come back and I say I've met this guy and he's amazing and I've fallen totally in love with him and we're probably going to get married in March. What would you do?
I think my first thing I'd try and talk to you about would be, why the rush?
Yeah.
Like, I would be sort of saying to you that I know, you're really sure this is the person for you, but actually it's all happened really quickly. You've not really had any real life together because you've been traveling, which is obviously fun, and you're doing lots of great things, and it's not reflective of what life is actually like. So I think that's probably the angle I would try and go with, because ultimately this might be the person that he is with forever. And if it was you, it might be the person you choose to be with forever.
Yeah.
And for me to be so blatantly honest about how I feel about this person, as in, I don't like them, I don't think they're right for you, I don't think you should marry them, this, that, and the other. I just think you just never know, do you, how that's going to pan out. But for me, it would always be, I'd just be saying to you, look, I love the fact that you've met this guy and you're obviously very happy, but like, why not just take a bit of time? Why not just slow down a bit, have a bit of real life of, living together. If that means you buy somewhere together or you rent somewhere for a while, just slow everything down. I think that would be my
What I would have loved to have known is, I wonder where they live, because I wonder if the rush is because, I don't know, they've met travelling, right? So I wonder if this person, even if they lived like in the north of England and this guy lived, like, I wonder whether the rush is, well,
but why marry?
Yeah, and that's the question, isn't it? Like, set up a home together somewhere.
Yeah, find somewhere you want to be and live together.
I would also be saying to you, if it was you, I'd be saying, but hang on a second, your 5-year relationship has just ended. You thought that was forever. All of us did. All of us thought that you'd be with that person forever. And for whatever reason, I'm not saying you should have stayed with them.
Yeah.
That hasn't worked out. That hasn't been the person that you've stayed with forever. So relationships can change. If anything, over the last 12 months or whatever, however long he's sort of, been off traveling, or if it shows us anything, it's that we can think something is forever and actually it's not.
It doesn't quite work out. Yeah.
I also think for me, I would be saying to you, are you okay, Ange? Like, is everything okay? Because this last few months, year, whatever, has been a real whirlwind.
Yeah.
You quit your job, you ended your marriage, you packed a bag, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
If you want to take those adventures and sometimes it is about change is as good as the rest, isn't it? It's like, I need to change this up, I've got to. But I would also be saying to you, I'm worried about you. I would make it less about whether you like this guy that you're with or not, and more about I'm not here to pick who you should spend the rest of your life with. That is not my role. But I am here to say, are you all right?
Yeah.
Because I'm sensing that you're not really.
And I think that for me, I think that whole thing about like, should I talk to him or do I leave him to figure it out? I think it's important you do say something, because it is obviously something that you're all feeling. Yeah. It's not like it's just you having an issue with this guy and everyone else is like, oh no, I think he's great. Or, it's obviously something that's not just personal to you. So I think I would say to say something, but yeah, to kind of go from the angle of, like you say, are you sure everything's okay?
Yeah.
And look, just, I would just say, just why the rush to get married? Like that's such a big promise you're making to someone that you haven't known for very long, and you've not really had a huge amount of sort of normal life experience with them. Just, slow it down a little bit, take a bit of time. So I would, that's what I would probably go in with, that sort of aspect of it, and try and have a conversation like that, rather than we don't like him, we don't think you should marry him, because I think that automatically is gonna he's just gonna be like, well, I don't really give a shit what you say.
And it's like it becomes parental, doesn't it? It's like when your parents say you can't read Harry Potter books, or
exactly,
you can't have sweets after school every day. As the child in you rears its ugly
automatically
head and goes, what?
Well, I'm going to do it anyway.
Tell me what to do. No thanks. And the last thing you want to happen, if this guy isn't right for him, the last thing you want to happen is that there is a wedge between you and your brother, because he potentially may need you very soon or at some point in the future. So I think for me it's just about just that, are you all right? I'll stand by you whatever you decide. Of course I love you, I'm always going to be here. We will welcome him as part of our family. You're perhaps going to have to get over the fact that like
this other guy is not ever going to be back on the scene again, or it's definitely a tricky one, because I think, whenever it's like your family and it's siblings, and, it's a really tricky place to sort of, say the right thing, but also want to say the things you really want to say. And I think whatever you choose to do, I'm sure you will kind of get it right for you and for him. But yeah, that's I think what we would do.
Urban Dictionary. Angie, bring us your urban.
The urban this week. It's actually not one you're going to have to figure out. It was just one that it's just a bit of a weird one to me. It's a bit of a weird, funny one, but anyway, I'll just say what it is. So the Urban Dictionary today is armpit sex.
What? Somebody who has sex with people's armpits?
Well, yeah.
What?
Right, listen to the blurb.
This has got to be a joke.
No, this is actually a thing.
For fuck's sake. I'm going to Google it. I'm going to
a sexual act where a male repeatedly slides his penis under a female's or male's armpit as an alternative to penis to vag intercourse. That's actually what it says, penis to vag intercourse. Armpit sex may also be referred to as armpit fucking, pit fucking, putting one's dick in a headlock, or the pocket of paradise.
Right,
referring to the
don't
armpit.
anyone ever Google armpit sex, because it does bring up armpit porn videos.
I
That's the
know.
first thing. It
Yes.
actually comes up, armpit porn video. Right, how do I clear my history? Because that is fucking disgusting.
Disclaimer, be careful when experimenting with armpit sex, as it may result in rashes or serious chafing. Yo, I got a mad rush from getting a pit fuck last night. This is actually a thing. Oh, obviously, as you've now seen from Googling, because I did the same thing. I'm like, right, come on, this is not a thing. Oh, no, it is.
People actually are into watching armpit sex porn videos. That's what that's told me. The number one thing that comes up is armpit porn videos.
Yes, that's exactly what I got.
I come back to exactly the same point with this every time. How the fuck did this start?
Happen, yeah.
And
when
then
did
who
someone
went-
decide this?
And then who went, do you know what, let's film it? And then who said,
Yeah.
I'm going to watch those
Yeah,
videos?
Yeah, I'm going to put my dick in a headlock. Or I'm going to the pocket of paradise.
I am. What are you doing tonight? I'm putting my dick in a headlock. Oh shit! Have a great time. Yeah, I will. I will. I went to a pocket of paradise last night, so it was good fun. That is the weirdest thing I think I've ever heard.
It was the first thing. So obviously, whenever I do look for the urbans, exactly like you, Pats, just put in Urban Dictionary and you start from the top. And it was the
you start
first.
from the top.
It was the first thing that came up, and I was like,
I wonder whether
what?
anybody's ever done the same with, like, because you could do the same with your knee, couldn't you?
What, put the dick in the knees?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose
You could.
so. Although,
I mean, you could. There's, that is another place.
Yeah.
Knee sex.
yeah, armpit sex, knee sex,
What?
elbow sex. Is that a?
Yeah,
I mean,
you could. I mean, you could
the
do
crease?
it. You could do it in the crease of your arm.
Yeah.
What?
I suppose it's a bit like, like a tit wank, isn't it? It's a bit that it's the same sort of thing, isn't it?
No, because so you. Okay. 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 Right. Right. I thought some. I had images of, rather than the armpit going round the penis, of the penis pummeling the armpit.
Oh no!
And I was thinking, how does that work? An erect penis repeatedly pummeling.
No, it's in the crease.
Right.
Yes.
So they put the armpit like a headlock.
Yes.
Like a
Your penis
headlock.
in a headlock. They
So,
put it in, and you
could do
close
that.
your arm down. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, you couldn't do that with your knee then, could you?
I mean, it'd probably be a little bit.
Trickier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do. I mean, elbow maybe not so much, but you could potentially do an elbow crease.
elbow. Yeah, elbow crease could. I'm actually doing the action.
So am I.
I am full on up and down.
So
Could I make that work with an erect penis? Yes, I actually think I can.
I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm like,
It's a bit like a
it could
chicken
go in
arm,
there.
isn't it? It's a bit like a sort of chicken.
Like when you do the chicken song.
yeah.
Yeah, chuck a couple of penises under there. Whoa. Off you
That
go.
would be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that is hilarious.
And so there you go.
Armpit sex is
Armpit
actually
sex
a thing. And like
is
I
a
say,
thing.
guys, don't Google it. We've done it for you. The top one is armpit porn videos. So not only are people doing it, there's obviously a market for videos for people, which is weird.
Well, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, that does not float mine.
No, me neither.
We had an email in for a dickish behaviour from Lucy. Lucy loves Rich.
Lucy, shout out.
Lucy is an OG, and she's just come back off of holiday, and she sent us a really funny email. And one of the parts of it is this dickish behaviour. The one dick, usually British, that holds court round the pool. He's been here longer than you, so he knows everything you need to do on your holiday, and he's going to tell you. He's usually on the beer by 10 a.m. and goes right through till bed. He also complains about everything and always has a story about something that was wrong. You're on your holiday, dickhead. It's fucking boiling. You're drinking at 10 a.m. What is there to complain about? Oh, and what he doesn't know isn't worth knowing. He's that kind of dick, Lucy.
That is such a great
Oh my God. And
observation.
The moment you're there, you're new on holiday, you pick your beds and you think, oh God, I've
chosen the wrong bed here.
to the guy that wants to hold court around the pool.
I've sat myself next to Barry.
Who has been here 35 times,
Yeah.
man and boy.
Yeah.
Has seen it go from a shithole to a great hotel.
To a 5-star resort.
And then to a shithole again, because there'll always be and it's gone downhill since COVID. I'm telling you, it's gone downhill. Okay, Barry, well, why have you come back?
Why are you here then, Barry? Yeah.
You know, you used to be a couple of years ago. You come here a couple of years ago. Used to be you get tea and cake at 2:00. They've stopped that. We're all inclusive. They've even stopped it for us, bastards.
Yeah. This is your man. This is your geezer.
This is your geezer
that behaves like this, and we have all come across them.
We've all sat next to them by the pool, and you do that thing where you're like, and you go back to reading your book.
Like, just
and
shut up, Barry. Now
and
I'm on my holiday.
He sat back, takes a squig of his beer, looking at his, wife and kids playing in the pool, and then goes, "I'll tell you the other thing," and you're like.
Fuck's sake, Barry.
I really wish you wouldn't tell me the other thing, Barry, to be honest. But go on, I don't want to piss you off because it's 10:30 and you're already 8 beers in. So I'm going to keep on the right side of you.
Do you know what? I really struggle to drink in the heat.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
You've
how
got to be
people
hardcore.
do it.
You are a hardcore drinker if you're drinking in the heat.
Oh, I just can't be doing. I mean, I have one and I'm like, well, shit, I've got to have a lie down now.
Yeah.
Well, that's just me.
That's just me on a regular Saturday night. One glass of Prosecco, oh, that's me done, thanks. Lightweight. I know I'm fat, but I'm a lightweight.
When we were on holiday
combo.
this year, June, and I remember Dad making me a gin ton. And it wasn't like, 10 in the morning like Barry. It was probably like, I don't know, 5 o'clock or something. But oh my God, I had that one and I was like, I've got to go and have a nap. Yeah. And it's just the way it just affects you, doesn't it? The heat. I just don't know how people do it. I really don't. But you do get them.
Barry.
Yeah, I'm going to find where Barry is.
Find Barry. I think he's just been to Mexico with Lucy. He can put you in training now for summer 2023.
So I can be the female dick around the pool.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it'll only be us, won't it? Because we don't like to
socialise with other people.
I mean, hotel vibes, not holiday vibes. But yeah, that is and there's always just like oh God, and they refer to like staff like they know them, don't they?
Oh yeah,
that is the funniest.
They just know them all by name.
We had what's her face? We had Tracy in cleaning the room this morning. Oh God, Tracy, she's a right laugh.
She's
honestly.
a laugh. Yeah, she's a right card.
She doesn't speak much English, but she knows when I tell her to fuck off. Yeah. And she finds that funny. Does she, Barry? Does she? Does she find that funny? Or is she laughing because she's terrified? When I come out and I've got my towel on and I'm like,
whoa, hey, hello there, Tracy.
Be careful, Tracy. Barry, no, that's inappropriate, actually.
Just curb it, Barry, mate, yeah?
Just curb it, or I'll put your penis in a headlock.
Oh, that was classic Pats.
Okay.
Very good dickish behaviour
really
there, Lucy.
Good.
Thank you so much for sending that in.
Well, I think this has been a funny episode.
Oh.
We hope you've loved having Rossi D Woods back. Yeah. We've loved it. We've absolutely loved it.
And remember to get in touch with what you've been heavily into. # heavily into.
It can be anything.
Yes.
What are you # heavily into?
Yeah. Let us know.
There's loads of ways you can get in touch with us. You can find Ange and I both on Instagram. I'm at Ruth Corden. She's at Ange Corden.
And you can find the podcast on Instagram, Facebook and TikTok. Just search Finding the Funny.
Or you can send us an email. It's findingthefunny@gmail.com. We absolutely love hearing from you. We'll read out as many messages as we can. Thank you so much. Welcome to all our new listeners. We hope you've stuck around. Ange and I will be back, hopefully with Rossi, next week, helping you to find more of the funny.